Hey guys, and welcome back to Counter-Strike Condition Zero Deleted Scenes. Last episode I did of this was quite a long time ago, but I don't like to leave series unfinished on the channel, and it's also a pretty fun game, so I figured I would go ahead and finish it.
Ah yes, you're finally here. The briefing room is in the back. Good luck, sir.
It's like Counter-Strikeception over here. So for those of you who don't know, this is basically a single-player, first-person shooter that is campaign-focused. However, it uses the Counter-Strike shooting mechanics, so it's kind of interesting. Before we go in here, I'd like to point out that everybody has the same face.
Okay, lads. We're going into a broken arrow situation. A missing nuke. Possibly in the hands of a suspected terrorist group.
Not sure what's up with that.
RAF Intel has identified a warehouse where the weapon could possibly be located, but it's dodgy. We'll have to go in to verify the presence of the device. We're going in silent at first, since we have no solid information on this terrorist group, or if the bomb is actually in their hands. So, belt up! If a bomb is located, we will engage enemy forces and capture the weapon. Right, lads, let's get this show on the road.
Another thing you'll notice is that the accents are absolutely hilarious. You can tell that in almost every case it's people trying to sound British or trying to sound Japanese. Yeah, just wait till we get to the Japan level. But it's bad in a charming kind of way. Now, I have beaten this game before, but it was a while ago, so although this isn't going to be a blind LP, I may be making a few mistakes here and there. We're just going to rush through this first section because it's a pretty wonky stealth section. Basically, you can use the fiber optic camera here to observe where the guys are, but sometimes you can just sprint past them, as in this case. They will often look at you, freak out, and then go, it was probably nothing. That dude running around with the camera, yeah, false alarm. If you do get detected, however, that's pretty much it. You have to start over. So I did a couple practice runs of this one, so we should make it first try. As I've said before, I like to not include failure in my series as much as possible. Okay, here again, you're just going to want to sprint up the ladder. Now, this is very much a scripted kind of game, but you know, for how old it is, that's kind of to be expected, and even most modern first-person shooters have very scripted campaigns, so.
Is anyone there?
You can't really fault it too much for that. Oh.
Nothing. I must be hearing things again.
Наверное, это ветер или что-нибудь еще. Hey, что это было?
Do you think we will get any warning before the plan goes into effect?
Чёртовы крысы,
I
они
want to let my family know
продолжают
so they can
шуметь.
get out of here.
Now, as far as using these little gadgets, it's fairly gimmicky.
What do you mean, you think?
As is kind of to be expected. You know, you use them in very specific places, so you can't just throw the camera down anywhere, use the blowtorch anywhere. You can't use it as a weapon, which would actually be hilarious.
It's cold.
But, you know, it's probably going to sound like I'm just leveling criticism at the game, but it's actually pretty fun. Especially if you like the way the guns work in Counter-Strike, which I very much do. It's not funny. I would actually very much love to see something like this possibly modded into Global Offensive. because the Counter-Strike shooting mechanics are some of my favorite, and so if we got something like a single-player campaign out of that, it'd be very, very, very neat.
I wonder why they requested everyone's presence today. Lots of security to guard.
And we'll see that the AI is a little bit lackluster, and the game just is pretty wonky in some places, but nevertheless, it does have a good amount of charm to it, especially when you just see when they try to, you know, make something look cool when it really doesn't.
Sounds like you're on a need-to-know basis.
For instance, in an earlier level, which I think was already covered in one of my previous episodes, there is a chase scene where you are in the back of a truck firing a mounted gun at a hind, which is like something taken straight out of Call of Duty, or rather, Call of Duty taking straight out of this game. So it's kind of amusing and charming for that reason. Anyways, that's how you clear the stealth section. Take a picture of the nuke, and the shooting will start momentarily. Now the movement and the guns work pretty much how you would expect them to. Desert Eagle is a one-shot headshot, as it should be. And a lot of times the enemies will just sort of stand there and shoot, which, again, is sort of a flaw in the AI. But, otherwise, you know, the game does play like Counter-Strike. However, because of the way that the enemies will just kind of stand there, you're often better off not really strafing, just sort of standing there and firing. Also, because of the way the aiming works, I found it's pretty much impossible to get through a level without taking some shots. So again, you're better off just killing the guys as quickly as possible and focusing on offense rather than defense. Note also that you cannot actually pick up the enemy's weapons. So, whoa. So, you do have to be a little bit conservative with your shooting. I believe I can jump up somewhere and get something here. I could be wrong. I guess not. There are a fair amount of hidden areas where you can just basically get, you know, a weapon or something.
Their leaders carried it off. Through that door. Go! Got it. I'll have this door open in a tick, sir. Right.
Again, as this is Counter-Strike, it very much does pay to actually aim. So if you just are holding down the trigger, nothing's getting done.
Maybe if we... Sir, I think we can hold them off just long enough for you to flank and give them the Beirut unload.
You are so not British.
Check your side. Enemy
spotted! We're
All
coming
right.
for you!
Come on! That gun emplacement is ripping us to shreds! Request air support and expedite!
You've got it, not Sean Connery. Check this out. This is also straight out of Call of Duty. Amazing.
Enemy spotted! Enemy spotted! Moving out.
Oop.
Moving out.
One shot left. Make it count. Nope.
Moving.
There was some health back there, but we should be okay. Because, as I said, you can't really dodge that well, the game does actually tend to get pretty difficult at times.
Enemy spotted!
Okay. Yes, I remember this part. That should do the trick. Not used to seeing this in Counter-Strike, are ya? There's something that's just really charming about how scripted it is, in contrast to modern games where I tend to get irritated with that sort of thing. Because there isn't really a physics engine per se. Like, that guy falling down the stairs there was just scripted, like he didn't... Oh, crap. Like that. You know, that wasn't because of the engine, that was because he was scripted to do so, and it's just kind of amusing. I'd rather not freeze to death. Thank you very much. Now, although I said you do want to primarily focus on, you know, just killing the guys, you do want to take your time going around the corners, as just running into a group of enemies will get you killed pretty quickly. There are also some really weird physics puzzles. I don't think this is one of them, actually. I think I can just jump over from here. But there's some later levels where you have to actually push one of these boxes around, and it's weird. It's really weird. But we'll deal with that when we get to it.
Ты слишком поздно!
Let's not have the blowtorch out. How about that? know there's another one. Found you. We good? Nope. Not quite. It is quite fun using the scout in this, as it typically is. Here's the one example of the weird hitboxes. You see that first shot actually didn't hit him. Or maybe it did because he died. It didn't look like it did. Sometimes things are weird like that. Holy crap, man.
Нет шансов.
Okay, question now becomes, can we make it to the health pack before we die? Here goes. Alright, barely safe. See, look, it's just charming, you have to admit. Just how silly it looks now, with the outdated graphics and everything. But you see what they were going for. Oops, my bad. Hello? Is he shooting me because I accidentally attacked my teammate? That's fun. Now I am pretty much guaranteed to die here. Any grenades? Nope. Watch out for those guys because they do exactly what you would expect they would do. Yep. I figured that was gonna happen. Okay, let's try not shooting my teammate this time. Oops. This seems to be the much more effective way of dealing with this. Okay. And we managed to solve that relatively painlessly. Cool. Want to see some weird ice physics, by the way? Oh. Okay, continuing on. That went very well, you know, taking all those shots and everything. Fortunately, I can't grab these poorly textured AKs. Ooh, nice action roll. I can, however, grab this better textured AK. Now, because in this game you typically play as counter-terrorist organizations,
Они здесь!
you don't get to use the AK very often. So when you do, it's kind of a special... it's a special feeling. It's like, ah, now we're playing Counter-Strike. I think we're actually going to be getting a boss battle on this level, if I remember correctly, which is a little bit weird, but not an unwelcome change of pace. Twice in a row. Yes.
You cannot stop us, Durak!
You see what I mean about the game being pretty good with its health and ammo drops. It never gives you too huge a length of time where you're just, you know, without anything. Oh no. Although, because the health and ammo is limited, you can potentially run into a situation where you're just completely out, so it's advisable to be a little bit conservative with your firing. Ah! It's just like playing on CS Office. See, it's moments like that. Just like, yep, somebody thought of that and then programmed it. And he's even like, oh my gosh. It's freaking charming, okay? You know it is.
We're moving in as quickly as possible. Support teams can't get in the church. Too much enemy fire.
Where were those shots coming from? There we go. Alright. Just about at our boss battle. Don't get too excited about the boss battle, however. I'll show you pretty much what it involves, if you want to actually win.
You lose, infidel. The device is armed, and you cannot stop it.
I'm going to switch over to our AK. And there you go. Oh, this should look familiar.
Time is running out. Defuse that
You know there had to be at least one mission like this.
nuke defused.
And thus ends a typical Counter-Strike, Condition Zero deleted scenes mission. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.